Hello everyone, my name is Kieran. Welcome back to the match review of Fulham versus Manchester United, and you guys already know what happened earlier on today. United completed a very comfortable 3-0 win over Fulham to make it 11 games unbeaten and 10 games won for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Are we still dreaming? Are we still dreaming? When will we start dreaming? I mean, top 4 as well. We're currently in 4th spot, and it's just a brilliant run, and it's continuing. And you know what? Today, I was a bit worried coming into the game. Our last few games, we've taken our foot off the gas a bit, but in this game, we absolutely dominated. We played Fulham off the park, and whilst that doesn't sound like the biggest achievement, coming into this game, I thought Fulham were going to cause us a lot more problems than they actually did, but we completely controlled that. Defensively, we were solid, and we took our chances as well brilliantly in the first half. 2-0 up, Pogba and Martial, clinical, ruthless finishing, which to be 2-0 up after half an hour was always going to be a very, very difficult game for Fulham to come back into it. But it was so important that we got those goals early on. So I'm so happy that we did score them. Obviously, Martial as well, showing what Antony Martial can do. I think, you know, I have been a bit critical of Antony Martial as of late, saying that he needs to make more runs. He needs to be more proactive with how he moves and how he attacks. But the goal that he scored today was definitely just shown what Martial should be doing each week. Martial should be running at defenders, having the confidence to do that, run at defenders with his blistering paces, which is almost scary at times, running at defenders, making things happen, and then finishing like we know he can. And that's how he got his goal. Pogba, lovely finish at the near post. Just so impressed with Paul Pogba. And for me, he was our man of the match. He's absolutely sensational today, Paul Pogba. And really showing the world-class player that we bought from Juventus a few seasons ago. He's finally turned up and he's finally playing like his transfer fee. Welcome Asian Gamer, welcome Billy. Thanks for joining, guys. Really appreciate it. Please do, if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Just absolutely buzzing with the result, as you guys are as well. Asian Gamer says, I punched the wall, my knuckle hurts so much, now I can barely type. Fair enough, fair enough. But thanks for joining and leaving your thoughts in the comment section, even in spite of your injury. He also says, Pogba and Martial goals are world class. Pogba the best midfielder in the world. Well, in terms of form, I don't think you could look at anyone else. Pogba has just played like an absolute monster in these last few games. And as I said, he seems like he's finally turned up from Juventus. We've finally seen the Paul Pogba that Jose Mourinho bought in his first season for £89 million. At the time, a world record fee. So we're finally seeing the dividends being paid from Paul Pogba, and it's great to see. Billy says, heard Herrera was class, box to box. I thought Herrera once again was brilliant, and some people think Herrera doesn't do as good of a job as a lot of people say, but I thought Herrera today proved once again how vital he is in that box to box midfield role. He's so good at breaking up the attack and then actually helping the attack flow and making those forward passes to the forward players. And even if he's not making as many forward passes as he used to, he's still intercepting the play, making things happen, and then maybe kind of just slowing it down. He's so good when the ball's fizzed into him. He always seems to find a player in space, which is so good with Ander Herrera. So calm on the ball, and got forward a few times today, had a few chances to potentially net himself. So really happy for Herrera today. And I thought our midfield was absolutely brilliant. Pogba, Herrera and Matic had a brilliant game. Hopefully those will be the midfield three that we see start against PSG on Tuesday night, and hopefully they smash it once again. Asian Gamer says, Mark said Herrera was 10 out of 10 for me, 8 out of 10. I think he's definitely in that ballpark. I think Herrera, once again, as I said, played brilliantly. Herrera in the last few games has been playing so well, and it's just so good to see. So good to see Ander Herrera. And I hope he does sign a new contract very soon, because he is such a vital player for us. So I really hope we see him sign a new contract very soon indeed. But if you guys have got any other player ratings, please do make sure to let me know in the live chat and get your thoughts and opinions heard on the stream. Anything else, PSG preview need to come tomorrow or the day after? Yeah, don't worry, mate. Don't worry. It will be. It will be coming either tomorrow or the day after. Probably more likely be coming on Monday night. I usually do my previews the night before the game. So yeah. But we'll see, Maybe I might do it tomorrow, who knows. But it'll probably more likely be, the PSG preview will more likely be on Monday night. But there's no doubt that that video is going to be a massive video. And because it's a massive game. It's a massive game in the Champions League and in the course of our season as well. Let's face it, if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer can get past the test of PSG. Yes, there are reports that Cavani might be out for the first leg and Neymar's definitely out for both games. I know the PSG team won't be as strong as they usually are, but you've got to say they're still a very, very strong side. And if Solskjaer can get through that challenge and we can go through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, as an interim manager, that is a huge achievement, a massive achievement. What was Rom doing? I didn't think Romelu Lukaku had a great game. I'm going to be honest with you. I do agree, Asian Gamer. I think Romelu Lukaku, unfortunately, just isn't having a great time in the first team. Isn't having a great time. I think with the fact that Marcus Rashford is playing the way he is, Lukaku just looks really, really poor compared to him. He's not making the same sort of dynamic runs and he doesn't really suit our style of play. Welcome, Red Army MUFC. Thanks for joining, mate. Really appreciate it. Please leave a like if you haven't already. That'd be absolutely fantastic. It was a brilliant result today, which saw us go into the top 4 for the first time since the opening day of the season. So happy with that. And it's putting us in good stead for potentially qualifying for the Champions League next year. Chelsea, of course, tomorrow go to the Etihad, so that's going to be a very, very difficult game for them, and hopefully Man City can get the job done on them, because that would mean two things. It would mean Man City would go above Liverpool once again, and also it would mean that Chelsea would stay in 5th and we'd be in 4th place. So we want Man City to do the job against Chelsea, no doubt about it. Asian Gamer says, can you quickly read the Champions League games? The PSG game is the round of 16 game, yeah. So PSG, we're playing PSG. Spurs are also playing Borussia Dortmund as well. So that is going to be a very interesting tie to see Spurs playing Dortmund. So yeah, I mean, a lot of really, really good ties in there. Liverpool playing Bayern Munich, of course. Man City playing Shakhtar, I think it is. So they've got a really easy tie. And you know, those are kind of the main decent ties, really. But I'm looking forward to the Champions League. Obviously, the Champions League returns this week, and we are playing on Tuesday, as you guys already know. But as I say, if we can get through the PSG game, that would be a massive, massive result for us. Really would be a massive result. So let's hope we can do. Let's hope we can do. And I mean, if we continue in the form that we are playing, especially with the fact that we made so many changes today and we still came up with the goods, I'll be very, very happy indeed. But please do leave your thoughts, guys, on the match in the live chat. And also, if you are watching, leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Asian Gamer says, so hopefully we get an easy team in the quarterfinal if we get through and get a semi for a long time. Exactly. We haven't got into the semi for a long time. Yeah, that would be brilliant. I mean, if Solskjaer could get us even to the quarterfinals, that would be a massive achievement in itself. But to a semi-final of the Champions League, somewhere where we haven't been in such a long time, then I think you'd have to give him the job. I think you really would have to give him the job. So I'm looking forward to the challenge. I'm really looking forward to the challenge. And I think we can do it. I think there's no reason why we can't beat PSG. Yes, they are a very good side technically. There's no doubt about it. But, you know, the way we've been playing, PSG have got a lot to worry about in terms of us as well. But it's going to be a very exciting game. But I also want to pick up on the fact, I want to pick up on Phil Jones and Chris Smalling. I want to talk about Phil Jones and Chris Smalling. For me, I thought Smalling, he came back into the side after about 3 months of absence, and he slotted right in there without any problems whatsoever. He was a beast at the back with Phil Jones today. Yes, obviously they didn't have too much to contend with. Mitrovic was really the only handful they had, and they did really well with him. I thought Smalling marked Mitrovic out of the game completely, made sure he couldn't have a big effect, and that was so key to us winning and getting the clean sheet today. And I thought Smalling, as I said, slotted in seamlessly to that back four. So he may give Solskjaer a few selection headaches ahead of the PSG game, especially with the way that Smalling played today. I thought Jones as well had a decent game. Phil Jones nearly scored. If that's not a marker for how well we're doing and just how ridiculous this run is, Phil Jones is so, Phil Jones was so close to scoring. I mean, that just shows how well we're doing at the moment. Welcome Rashford and welcome Football Fan Fever. Make sure you check out my fan cam I did for Football Fan Fever. It's on the channel right now, so make sure you check out Football Fan Fever's channel for that. He says Smalling, Phil Jones will always be the same shit, though, man. Come on. Well, look, I would definitely rather see Lindelof and Bailly starting at the other back, and I think probably against PSG we will see the combination of Lindelof and Bailly. But I think you have to give credit to Phil Jones and Chris Smalling today. I thought actually they didn't have a bad game. I thought particularly Smalling coming back from that injury to come back into the side and mark Mitrovic out of the game. He did nothing today, Mitrovic. He really did nothing today. And as we were discussing in the preview, Mitrovic is really their only sort of, their only main threat. So the fact that we marked him out of the game, as I said, was very, very key to our success. So you've got to say Chris Smalling, very well done to him. He did a very, very good job, a professional job that we needed to see from him. And welcome to Yash and welcome Rodney. Thanks for joining, guys. Really appreciate it. Please do leave a like as well, guys, if you haven't already. It really does go a long way. And also, make sure you check out Rodney's channel as well. United Fans Discuss podcast went out very, very recently on his channel. So make sure, if you haven't already, check that out. Very, very good discussion. Very, very interesting points made. So make sure you check out Rodney's channel in the description down below for that. Football Crew Show, welcome to the stream, mate. Thanks for joining as always. He says, good evening, mate. I can't believe I missed the match today. Wasn't feeling too good with the flu, but I managed to listen to the match on radio. I'm glad we bagged the 3 points. Well, I mean, first and foremost, I hope you get better very, very soon, mate. But also, yeah, the 3 points was really all that matters. And we got the 3 points, but we didn't just get the 3 points. We dominated Fulham today, and I think, yes, Fulham didn't offer too much resistance. I think it'd be naive to say that we beat a really good team, because Fulham today, I think Fulham probably going to go down. I think if there's 2 teams already in the Premier League that look set to go down, it's Huddersfield and Fulham. I think there's only one relegation spot to be fought for the rest of the season, but Fulham, they didn't offer too much to us, but we got the 3 points in the end. And maybe, maybe in a different circumstance, that could have been a game which tripped us up. So I'm happy we got the 3 points. It was a very, very important 3 points, especially considering other games going on. Of course, Chelsea tomorrow going to Man City. So, and obviously we're hoping for a Man City win in that game. And it's happy days. It's happy days. Full Fan View says, and that's why I haven't been streaming on there. Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Of course, yeah, but obviously, of course, I did hear you got a copyright strike, I think it was. So yeah, that is really annoying, isn't it? That is really annoying. But if you haven't already, make sure you check out Football Fan Fever's channel, and make sure you check out all the fan cams and good stuff like that. Really, really good content, so make sure you do. Rashford says we've scored 52 Premier League goals this season. We've scored more than Chelsea with 45 and Spurs with 51. Well, that is a stat that not many people are going to be talking about. But yeah, since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's come in, it's been an absolute revolution. The players, the forward players seem to be taking their chances a lot more. And it's just good vibes all round. Good vibes all round. Yeah, says, well, I'm just so stoked, guys. So stoked with the win. And of course, there's no Premier League action for 2 weeks, I think it is, because we play Chelsea in the FA Cup. 2 huge matches coming next week. PSG on Tuesday, Chelsea in the FA Cup. 2 huge tests for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and that is, I love a huge test for Solskjaer. And going into the PSG game, we couldn't have asked for much better form. We rested a lot of the first team players. Rashford was rested. Lindelof was rested as well. And we got the 3 points very, very convincingly. So you couldn't ask for anything else, really. Asian game of the Chelsea game is on Sunday night. No, yeah, Sunday evening, I think. Sunday evening is the Chelsea game. Yes, we have had a very poor record against Chelsea, especially away from home. But you know, it has to be broken some point. And you know what? We had a very poor record away from home against Spurs. But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer managed to beat that challenge and we won 1-0. So I am hopeful for the game. I am hopeful for the game. No doubt about it. And if we were to beat Arsenal and Chelsea in our run to the FA Cup, you know, I think definitely would show that we deserve to win the FA Cup. FULMUN says, no, it's Monday night, Kieran. Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Monday night for the FA Cup game. I do apologise. Yeah, you're probably better off checking Google or anything like that instead of trusting my judgment. Rashford says, he have just scored 37 goals this season for Mourinho, equals Delino, and the rest is with Ole within the wheel. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what's happened. I think Solskjaer, you know, has got the players playing really good football. The players seem to be playing for him a lot more. Whether I agree with the fact that the players, you know, should have downed tools with Mourinho, I didn't understand that. But of course, that's in the past. Solskjaer's here now. We're playing some brilliant football. So yeah, I mean, I think, you know, we're scoring goals for fun. Really, you know, just playing. I don't want to say the United way because I don't believe there is a United way. But just playing free-flowing, attacking football, having confidence in ourselves going forward as well. So there you go. Jack says you spelt Fulham wrong. Oh, I did. That's again, I've done it again. I forgot to change it. I do apologise, but thanks for joining, Jack. Really appreciate it. Please do leave a like if you haven't already. How lazy is that? How lazy is that? Are you going to make a new backdrop, says Jack. Well, this one seems to be alright. I'm I'm awful at graphics. Honestly, I'm so bad at graphics. So, I mean, if you guys want to make me a new one, then please do feel free to do so. But I'm definitely not going to spend time making a new one. Welcome, Ricky, as well. Thanks for joining, Ricky. Really appreciate it, as always, mate. He says, more than anything, I want City to win so they don't hand the title to Liverpool. Totally agree, Ricky. Well, I think we all agree with that. I think we all agree with that as well. Rashford said, Cavani is injured in their game today. Another huge news. He'll recover quickly. Yeah, I'm sure Cavani will be on some sort of juice and he'll recover very quickly. Don't you worry about that. So yeah, but you know what? I think it might be better for us to play PSG when they've got good players. Maybe we need to test ourselves. And yes, we know that Neymar's not going to be playing, but they'll still have Kylian Mbappe. They'll still have a very strong defence. So it'll be an interesting game nonetheless. Ricky says, great game, we started poor though. I thought Fulham, yeah, to be fair, in the first instance, was all over us. And actually, in the first minute, they had a really good opportunity to score past us. But luckily, they didn't take our chances. And I think that really set the tone for Fulham's play in the whole game. They just, they didn't really create much going forward. Nothing really fell for them. So I think that first chance wasted for Fulham really did set the tone. If all fan said, Kieran, you know the man if you need graphics is me. No offense to everyone, but I'm a beast when it comes to graphics. To be fair, Full Fan Fever has done some very good stuff for me in the past. So yeah, definitely, mate, definitely. And make sure to check out his channel as well if you haven't already. Really good stuff. Did a fan cam for him today on his channel, so make sure to check it out. Asian Gamer says it would be Mbappe that is still scary. Mbappe's a good player, no doubt about it. And running at our defence, it's gonna give them nightmares. It's gonna give them nightmares. If I was a United defender, seeing Kylian Mbappe running at me, I would feel shit scared about that. So again, it's something that Solskjaer's gonna have to make a plan for. But you know what? It's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be a difficult game nonetheless. Their overall team is very good. So you know, there's no use only worrying about one player. You know, they've got a lot of good players. You know, Cavani, Neymar. They've got the Marquinhos and Thiago Silva. They've got good players all around the pitch. So there you go. Jack says, I'll make you some graphics. Do you have Twitter? I do have a Twitter, and you know what? I don't shout these links out enough. But if you guys have Twitter or Instagram, make sure you check out the links in the description down below. I've recently made an Instagram, so make sure you follow me on Instagram. Link in the description down below, as well as Twitter. So all my links and stuff in the description down below, so make sure you check them out if you haven't already. Ricky says, Mbappe, Di Maria still dangerous, but no Cavani, Neymar and Verratti is a big blow for PSG. You know, no doubt about it, that is a massive blow for PSG. There's no doubt about that, but you know, as I said, it's going to be a difficult game nonetheless. But it's good. It's good that they're not going to be at full strength. But still, I do kind of want to be tested a lot. I do want to be tested. Asian Gamer says Mbappe, Martial, Rashford would be the best. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, imagine Mbappe in this team right now. We would just be beating teams 4 or 5-0. Honestly, it would be unbelievable. So, yeah, that is a dream. That is definitely the dream. As I said, guys, please do leave a like. And also, we are only 2 subscribers away from 550 subscribers. So if you haven't already, make sure you do subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. If your notifications aren't working too well, make sure you hit the notification bell to be notified automatically every time I go live. So if you do enjoy these streams, please do hit that notification bell if you haven't already. Asian says, I would eat a hat if we get Mbappe, Koulibaly, Kante. A sick right back and I'll give anything. Mate, I tell you what, Asian Gamer, if we got that team, it'd be like we're playing career mode. Jesus. If we got that team, that would be unreal. Unreal if we got that. Ricky says if we can dominate the midfield, be in a good position to win. Yeah, I think, you know, definitely. I think, especially with the fact that they don't have Verratti in the team, that is definitely going to that's going to benefit us. And I think the way our midfield played today against Fulham has been very, very dominant. And I know Fulham, they don't have much to put up against. They're not really putting up too much resistance. But still, if Pogba can play that same way, and if we have Herrera playing brilliantly as well, Matic alongside him, what could go wrong? What could go wrong? And I think if we had those 3 playing as best as they possibly could, I think we'd have a brilliant combination in there. Full Family says, Kieran, I'm going to make you a top-class studio coming your way. Don't worry about it. Don't worry, me and Jack have got a competition. Well, I mean, guys, you don't worry, mate. I mean, anyone can make anything for me. I would be really, really grateful. I'm always really, really grateful for people that you know, make stuff for me. So if you guys take time out of your day to do that, that's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. So, yeah, don't worry about it. Jack says, full fan, I'm sure he can use both the backdrops because he loves the support. Exactly, Jack, exactly. Rasmus says, Man United want City to win. Liverpool want Chelsea to win. Pep wants us to win. Liverpool also want City to win. It's so confusing, isn't it? It's so confusing. But, yeah, I mean, that's football these days. That is football. And you know what? I would never want to say that I'd want Man City or Liverpool to win the league, if you know what I mean. But it's a lesser of 2 evils. That's all I'm going to say. Lesser of 2 evils is always a phrase I use. But yeah, let's hope that Man City get the job done against Chelsea. Let's hope they can do that, because if Chelsea win, they go above us again and we get knocked out of 4th place. And that's not, we don't want that, do we? We don't want that. So, yeah, but guys, as well, please leave your thoughts on the man of the match or any sort of who in the team today surprised you, or you know, had a decent performance. Let me know. Let me know. I want to hear your thoughts, because one player as well I want to highlight. I've already highlighted Chris Smalling. I also want to highlight Dalot as well, because I thought Dalot, he's been out quite a lot. He's been out of the team. But he's come back. He came back into the team today, and I thought he did really well in that right back. I thought he played really well, and he did a professional job in there. And you know, it's not easy for someone, especially at a young age, to kind of be coming in and out of the team. But I thought he did brilliantly. He did a stellar job, you know, coming back into the side and did what he needed to do. And hopefully we see more of Dalot. But I don't think we're going to see him against PSG. I think we will be reverting back to Ashley Young. Whether you think that's a good decision or not, let me know. Jack goes with Pogba. As I said, I agree. Pogba was brilliant today. Pogba was fantastic. Asian gives it Dalot is better than Young. Interesting. I mean, to be fair, the experience, for me, it's difficult. It's because it's kind of like experience versus ability. That's the thing. I'm not sure which way I'll go on that one. Rashford said how Riyad Mahrez only played 2 minutes for Man City in 2019. He's absolutely good. What's wrong? I mean, he was heavily linked with Manchester United. And you know what? If Mahrez came to United, I reckon he would have had a lot more game time. So he chose the wrong side of Manchester. Riyad Mahrez made a big mistake going to Man City, and hopefully he sees the light, because I still think he's a quality player. So potentially a target for United in the future. Who knows? We might be looking at potentially getting a winger. So yeah. Ricky says he can come to us and he'll play every week on the right. Great minds think alike, Ricky. Great minds think alike. I totally agree, Ricky. Totally agree. Asian Games is fun experience. Yeah. I think it's definitely getting that way with Ashley Young. I think probably this season is going to be Ashley Young's last kind of major season playing first team football for a big club. So yeah, I think, to be fair, Dalot, I think I'm hoping that we see Dalot being phased in a lot more, and Ashley Young kind of being phased out as well. Agent Gibbs, he wants a young winger with flair. I think Mahrez would definitely bring that to the table. He would definitely bring it to the table. But I think there are going to be a lot more targets that we're going to be looking at. So it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, the summer transfer window is not for quite a few months. So there'll be a lot of movement and definitely a lot of different targets that are going to be coming into the fray. But yeah, you know, the summer transfer window is going to be exciting, no doubt about it. It's going to be very, very exciting indeed. And I'm looking forward to it. And I think we do need to invest if we are going to challenge next season. We are in a very, very good position. You know, when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came in, we were 11 points off fourth place. You know, 9 Premier League games later, and we're in 4th place by a point. That is a monumental climb, a monumental result for United as well. Ricky says, would you guys take Bale? He's on the bench every game at the moment. Yeah, I mean, Bale's a good player, but he's very, very injury prone. He's just very, very injury prone. For me, I'm not sure we would get the most out of the money that we'd have to pay. You know, we would have to pay quite a lot for Gareth Bale if you think about it. You know, playing for Real Madrid, I think they'd be expecting at least 150 million for him. So for someone like that, for someone so injury prone, I'm not sure the risk is worth it. I think he's a brilliant player, but I'm not sure if the risk is worth it. I'm going to be honest. Asian Gamer says he wouldn't take Bale. He says, I want Ousmane Dembele or an Mbappe. To be fair, 2 very, very good shouts. We talked about Mbappe. Ousmane Dembele as well for Barcelona has been very, very impressive. I still remember the goal he scored against Spurs. Very, very good goal. So, yeah, I think Ousmane Dembele is still a very, very young player. Could be an option to look at. Could definitely be an option to look at. Ricky said if it was for 150 million, yeah, I'd agree. Fair enough, fair enough. But you know what? The Bale rumours are definitely going to come back. They always come in the summer. Always, always. Agent Gamer says he reckons Bale would only be 80 million. You could be right. You could be right. I mean, for me, I just think, especially after what happened with David De Gea, Real Madrid definitely still have a bee in their bonnet, and every time they do business with Manchester United, they're always going to look to rip us off. So that is what I'd be wary of, and I think that is why the price would be so inflated for someone like Bale, especially in the modern market as well. Ronaldo was only 9 million. Yeah, but I mean, but that's the thing, times change. We sold Ronaldo back in, 2008. No, 2009 it was. So, the market's moved on from them. It's been 10 years since we sold Cristiano Ronaldo. The market's changed and become a lot more inflated since then. So, yeah. Cheers for the follow, Jack. Really appreciate it. Cheers for the follow. And as I said, guys, if you want to go check out my Instagram and my Twitter, links in the description down below, as well as all the other links that you guys will need. If you haven't ever checked it out before, make sure you check out all the links in the description down below and follow them all. Because I don't just do content on here, I do content on here, Facebook as well. If you want to follow me on Facebook, it's Red Devil Weekly on Facebook as well. Ricky says, can't believe we bought Ronaldo for 12 million. I know, it's probably one of the best bits of business in football history, I've got to say. Ronaldo, 12 million to United, sold him on for the small profit of £80 million, so good deal, good business. Sorry, I've something in my throat. But anyway, obviously the transfer stuff, we can talk about transfers all day long. Summer's going to be very, very busy. I do feel that the summer is going to be very, very busy for transfers. And if you do want to stay tuned, because we will be pumping out content during the transfer window, and even before that, before the end of the season, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell if you haven't already. But guys, I am going to end the stream here. I think we have finished talking about the Fulham versus United game. And you know what? I always like to be positive, but I have nothing else to say. I've got nothing else to say. That's the thing. Sometimes you just run out of things to say. But we've come to the end of the stream, so if you are watching, thank you so much for your support, guys. I really, really do appreciate it. Please do leave a like if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Also, feel free to share the stream around as well if you haven't already. Really does help the stream out. And also, we're so close to 550 subscribers, so please do anything in your power to help us get there and keep growing as a community. But thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate your support as always. You guys make the channel what it is, so thank you. thank you so much for that. I'll be back on Monday for the PSG preview, so make sure you tune in for that. Going to be one huge video, that one, so please do tune in for that one. But thanks for watching, guys. United in the top 4. Nothing to moan about, everything to smile about. Happy days. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.